Okay. So, who's your favorite Sixth Ranger? Okay. Yep, they're all awesome. All right. Well then, so wait, you guys were saying that your favorite was RJ? And once again, I don't know how we do this every year. Let's bring back the duo of Rhett and David. Yeah! Some of you may remember last Power Morphicon, it was these two had it as well, because they're the best.
That's right, that's right. It's like I'm having deja vu right now. It's happening again.
Deja vu.
Oh man. Right. Look who's decided to show up.
All right. Okay.
Can I sit right next to you?
Only if you hold me. Bromance over here.
So many chairs.
Sorry, Dave.
All right.
He had a good night last night. Fun night.
So much fun.
Always graceful, well-trained Sixth Rangers, yes. So, let's go quickly down the line, introduce ourselves.
My name is David Lautour, and I played RJ on Power Rangers Jungle Fury.
Yeah. Thank you. Yeah. My name is Rhett Fisher. I played the Titanium Ranger on Power Rangers Lightspeed Rescue.
My name's Cameron Jebo, and I wish I played the Titanium Ranger on Lightspeed Rescue.
No, you don't.
No, I played all the Sixth Rangers in Power Rangers Super Mega Force, so that was fun.
All right.
Was I you though, David?
Were you me?
I don't think you ever got to be him.
I never got to morph
There's
into.
only one person that ever gets to be me, mate.
Yeah.
And that's me.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. That's fair. That's fair.
So, as Sixth Rangers, you guys get the awesome bit. You guys get the cool extra powers. You get to, show up at the end and be the reinforcement. Did you ever feel, well, not for David, but since you were there from the beginning, but the rest of you two, that you missed out on something by being a latecomer to the cast?
I'll start by saying no. From what I've seen from Silver or Sixth Ranger kind of storylines is that we actually have a bit more of a storyline. We end up having either a little bit more kind of a tormented past or some kind of backstory that is much different from the other Rangers, and I feel like that's where we might not have been in as many episodes. We got like a nice bit of story to chew out, to work with.
All right.
Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
I kicked your chair down.
All right.
I'm so sorry.
All right, everyone. Stephen Skyler, Samurai Gold. So the question was, did you feel like going to the cast late was different? Oh, no, sorry. Oh, never mind. Bye.
I haven't met those guys yet. This is really cool.
Hey, guys. Hello, everybody.
This guy looks like Brad Pitt.
Brad Pitt. Yeah, I've got that a time or two.
Look at that. Very cool.
We're actually twins. Yeah, I know. Little secret here.
Okay, so go back to this. For the question I had was Sixth Rangers. Some of you guys joined your casts later than the earlier Rangers, and do you feel that the trade-off between getting the cool special focus and all the cool stuff versus having been there from the beginning, do you think the trade was even? Do you wish you could have been there earlier? Do you wish they used you more? Right?
Me?
Well, do you wish they used you more?
Yeah, I mean, I definitely wish they would have used me more for sure. Which I understand that was difficult for my particular character because they couldn't pull the Sentai footage, because it's all original. So that was I was sitting there playing Xbox like, when are they gonna call me? Like, I'm ready to go back. I went into the desert and disappeared for 10 episodes or something like that. So yeah, I definitely wish I could have been there more. But like Cameron was saying, when we were there as Six Rangers, it's it's more intense and it's cool and it's there you go. Cool. What do you think?
Talking to me?
Yeah.
Oh, the other cast actually got to New Zealand 2 weeks prior, before filming, so they definitely had time to train and learn how to morph. I learned how to morph on the day on the beach, so that was definitely
Just
a little more
sand
challenging. So coming in a little earlier to rehearse would have been nice, but you know, that's why they hire us, because we can pick up things like this, right?
Yeah, that's true. That's true. We,
And Dan Southworth always making a show of himself.
I'm meeting so many cool rangers.
I'm sorry I'm late. I got held up at my booth, but and I hope I didn't interrupt anybody.
Yeah, dude, you suck.
You ruined everything, Dan.
You
Everything.
suck, but I'll share a mic with you.
All right, thanks. Can we share it at the same time?
Really close together.
Jealous.
Okay.
So I'll answer that question about what you were saying a minute ago. Yeah, I got introduced late, and of course, just like the rest of us, I had to learn all the moves at the last minute, which would have been nice to know a little bit earlier. It would have been nice if they would have used us a lot more than they did, or at least brought us back, you know, a couple of times for some other stuff. So, but you know, I'm grateful for what we did get to do, for sure.
yeah, I got there with everybody, the rest of my team. So we all got our butts kicked together. But I did start shooting like almost a month into when the rest of my cast was shooting. So it was hard to play catch up, you know, because they were already moving like a well-oiled machine. But I thought they used me pretty well. I'm happy. I'm not worried about having that extra free time to roam around Auckland.
I had the opposite problem, I think. I learned all of my lines at the last minute.
All right. So, as Six Rangers, many of you either got to be antagonists or mind-controlled or got to be a little more aggressive in some cases. What's it like playing the bad guy? Because almost all of you got to be bad, at least for a little bit. And how is that different from being the normal good guy?
Just to change it up, should we start down that end
Yes,
and then work
Dan.
our way back up? Because I just felt like maybe I'm in the worst position.
Let me tell you something. There's nothing better than getting to play the bad guy. They leave you alone. They've got all kinds of ideas and you know, formulas for how the lead good guy should be, but the bad guy, they just kind of let you do what you want to do, and that's a lot of fun. So I loved it. I had a lot of fun. What's that? And beating up Wes is a lot of fun. So that's, yeah, I mean, it's great. It's fantastic.
So I like the idea that, you know, being special was cool because I had my own Zord. That speaks a lot. But not only being, you know, the bad guy with all the bad moves, I actually got to hit on the bad girl.
Yeah, playing the bad guy was definitely fun. It was an honor to beat up the other Rangers, you know? It was, and take their Zords. Can't complain.
It's fun to be the guy throwing a wrench in the program.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I like being the badass. That's cool. I don't think I was bad in my season, no.
Well,
We weren't
bad, no. We were saving the other Rangers, at least in my season.
Yeah.
We came in and saved the day.
Helped them or save the day for them.
So yeah, no comment.
But we learned teamwork eventually, so like we were kind of bad to the bone.
I mean, it's always more fun like to play the Joker than Batman to me. So in that sense, it's cool.
Hey, we should start a
It's actually
motorcycle
someone.
club.
What's that?
I like that.
Start a motorcycle club.
We should do that. Six Ranger leather jackets,
I'm down.
brass knuckles.
Yeah, I wasn't really bad either. I just fought myself once. Kicked his ass and then got back to being me. Yeah.
So, most of you got, you know, your cool, special story arcs, but not very many of those included romance. Do you wish that would have been something that you guys could have had more of in you know, your storylines with as Rangers?
Like RJ gets it on with Fran or something.
Maybe not that.
All right, feels a little weird to me even saying that. So, no, I was kind of fine being like the father figure, I guess, rather than even though didn't feel like a father age. But no, I was kind of fine with not. Yeah, the cool uncle. Yeah, the cool.
It's better than the creepy uncle.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, I know my character was raised by demons, so I was just like not really into that at all. But there was Vipra, so I like to think that maybe we grew up together and something might have happened. I don't know. Yeah, had little bat babies or something.
She's very attractive. So. I got married to Emma, even though it was fake. But I felt a spark.
It was real in your heart.
It was real in here, and I don't know. I thought it would have been cool to kind of explore that a little bit. Not literally. In the show.
The only romance I heard about was the fan films floating around with J. Tonio action. So that's the only thing I heard about. I was crushing on Lauren a bit, but other than that, I don't think Jada knew about it.
I mean, I got to hang out with Kira Ford for like a cool hot minute. So that was nice.
That's dope.
I got plenty of bromance with Christopher on the show, and plenty of bromance there, and he felt the spark, but I had a spark when Astronema blew me up. So, bromance, I guess, still happens to this day with Chris, because he still tries to lick me behind the ear.
Yeah, Chris likes to do that.
Yeah, he's a little nasty.
Yeah, he's that. Yeah. I was working it on every angle with everybody. I was trying to get Pinky going. I had the bromance with Jason Font. I had the little interlude with Yellow Ranger, Wild Force. Yeah. I think I had to work. I think my character needed to work on his game a little more. In the end, he came away with nothing.
All right.
Killing it. They're all taking selfies now. We're taking selfies.
Oh my God.
Set the stage.
Okay.
Sorry, guys, we had to take a selfie.
So, did you get to keep anything cool from set? Is there anything, or you wish you could have kept?
I borrowed my suit. I borrowed my suit. I was supposed to return it, but Disney passed on the show, so it got sent back to me.
Yes.
So now it lives behind a case.
He purposefully addressed it to the wrong address. Return to sender. It's mine now, I guess.
So sweet of them.
Cool,
Where you go, baby? I didn't mean it.
Would have been hard for me to pack up gold mode in my suitcase, but that would have been cool.
Oh yeah, you had
The giant thing with all the helmets.
Yeah, that's not flight friendly at all.
Not flight friendly.
No.
Southwest would have been like, nah,
And you're in New
you're not
Zealand,
free
so
to
that-
fly about the country with that.
Yeah.
They gave us gift boxes, basically. You could pick some wardrobe out, nothing Ranger related. I got like my watch, a pair of shoes, some clothes. That was about it.
They didn't do that for us. Megaforce.
I've got
Yet again,
my
getting the
light
shaft.
speed jacket and some shoes that I borrowed as well, and a necklace that I borrowed, and a tank top that I borrowed, and pants.
All about borrowing.
That's what they told us. They were like, things were always going missing from set, so you were that guy, huh?
I started that trend.
I always find like the best thing about if you turn up to set with like no socks, and then you go, oh no, I don't have any socks, and so that then at the end of the day, you've only got one pair of socks, and you can just take the socks home, and then you get all this really good heaps of pairs of really good socks.
Socks.
That's my little tip for you guys.
They gave us socks though every day.
Yeah, but then you've got to like change them out at the end of the day. But if you don't have socks, then you just go, this is my socks.
So if
Just
I
wear
don't have pants, will that
Yeah,
work
maybe
too?
you should just turn up with nothing, and then you just can take everything.
That's a good idea.
And coming from deep space comes the mysterious Phantom Ranger himself. No, that's all right. As I said earlier, the extra Rangers always show up late, and why couldn't they be there from the beginning? They would just won by then. So I guess now that we've got ourselves Phantom Ranger here, ADR, going ahead and recording lines in the studio. For most of you, this is a brand new thing you've never done before for the show. What was it like, and did you ever make any glorious mistakes while going ahead and doing your audio?
All right, well, all of mine was ADR, so everything I did was just the voice with the stuntmen in the actual outfit. But it was my first job as doing a voice job, and I had done a guest spot on the TV show Masked Rider, the other one. Yeah, I played. Thanks. Yeah.
Well, we got to bring up the man right now.
This is
our producer and
Speaking of
ADR
voice
master, Scott Page-Pagter.
and he was our director during the ADR sessions.
Yes, they all made lots of mistakes, at least the ones I worked with.
Hey man,
Oh,
be
voice
careful with
cracks.
the helmet, dude. Be careful with the helmet.
Sorry. Okay.
Yeah, we call him Coach Scott back there because
Except
he would kick our butts, man.
The Aussie guys I didn't get to work with, so they hurt their voices a lot more. But these guys are all fantastic. I'm not telling any stories I shouldn't tell.
Anyone else have about difficulty learning how to do ADR for the first time? Or how was it different doing that? No one?
Well, when I was doing the Evil Ranger stuff, I got approved to do a voice, and we got through, we logged so many hours doing it. And then we got a note saying we had to redo it again because it was too dark sounding.
What?
Yeah.
Too dark for
That was so fun, honestly. It was really enjoyable. Yeah.
I got that too. Sometimes it was a little too intense.
I got my ADR training over there, yeah.
Sample?
Sample? I don't know. Jeez. I don't know if I was talking like it was too...
Dark.
I might have sounded like a weak Batman. Before Batman. Maybe that was the truth.
So for Megaforce, and I think probably for Samurai, we worked with Jim. Did you work with Jim as well? I think so. So he had this funny note that he would give us all the time called Ranger It Up. And so if we would have a call out like, go Megaforce, and we didn't do it, I don't know, the way he wanted it or rangery enough, he would say Ranger It Up. And that literally meant to do it even goofier and more over the top. It's like, go Megaforce. And so, by the end of it, you know what it means, but it's so funny getting that note. Ranger it up there, Cameron, Ranger it up, yeah.
I lost my voice a couple times.
Yep.
I was in the middle of recording an album, and it definitely put some strain on my voice. A little more gravel and crackle in it, for sure. A lot of yelling. Half of our ADR was like,
Yeah.
yeah.
It's like a different placement.
Yeah, different placement.
Well, a lot of my attacks were the long drawn out, the spears flying through the air, and he wanted me to be yelling through the whole thing. So I'm like, ah! So 3 hours of, ah!
And keeping variety is
Oh my
always
God,
hard too.
yeah.
But it's you don't want to keep doing the same thing over again. You're like, It's like, no, you gotta there's just as many different sounds as you can get. Otherwise, it's not gonna translate.
Mm-hmm.
Scott was always great, at yelling at me and kicking my ass in the booth. So he got it out of us, man. If it wasn't for him, Power Rangers would not be what it is today. That's for sure.
Word.
Okay, I'll be nice to you next time.
Okay.
And Rhett was a little harder to work with because, no, he wasn't. I'm kidding. He was great.
He's too busy playing Xbox.
Yeah, I was too busy waiting to get my scene or something like that. It's in the desert.
Okay. So, what was it like seeing yourself as an action figure for the first time?
They made mine with the Unimold, so I had breasts. So I never expected that I would have breasts. That was a little bit weird.
That's awesome.
They actually did a voiceover for me on my toy, so I don't know if you remember that one or not, but so close to having my actual voice on that, and then they realized, oh, we'd have to pay him for that. Next.
Yeah,
Yep.
It's awesome when you see your toy for the first time, when you think you're going to get a toy made. But a few years ago, actually, all these years after, I saw a toy, someone posted it on one of my accounts, that the mask comes off and it's my face, and that was pretty awesome.
What? On our season, they actually printed a photo of us on the actual box. So little kids actually think my name is Antonio. I'm forever branded as Antonio. So.
That's awesome.
I was walking through Target right as my episode had aired. They did a really good job of releasing my figure like right as my character came out, and it was like the new like the super tall Rangers or whatever, and I just like stared at it for a while, and there were like kids in the aisle like, why is this creepy dude just staring at toys? Like, my wife was like, do you want it? Like, no. Come on.
That's awesome. The coolest thing for me ever, I think, what made it all real was went to McDonald's and I got a Happy Meal and I got Lightspeed, the Red Ranger, and I was like, oh, and I got to order another Happy Meal, so I just kept ordering Happy Meals. And I finally got my guy, and I gained like 50 pounds. It was awesome.
It's kind of weird, being from New Zealand, because you actually have quite a few Power Ranger friends, which is kind of a weird thing to say, but because it's one of the biggest jobs going on in New Zealand, quite a few New Zealand actors are on it. And so I had a friend who was on it before I was, Nick Sampson. I can't even remember what character he played. Oh.
They'll remember.
They'll remember, yeah.
They'll
right.
remember.
But his power, I remember I just made fun of him because his action figure sounded really like a really annoying child. It was like someone who was like, casting a spell. And I was like, oh my, so we just made fun of it. So then when mine came out, I was just like, please don't sound like an annoying little child, please don't, but it didn't.
That's amazing.
That's probably the same kid that did mine.
I mean, when I saw mine, it was, 18, 20 years ago with Space and Turbo and stuff. It was really, really cool. But the cool thing happened just Friday. I was walking through the convention, and they had the big version in this, like, plastic case. It was, like, double cased. And I'm like, why is this one? And they said it was really hard to get, and it was, I don't know, like 4 times the price of the other one, so I bought it. So I got the big version of the Phantom Ranger, too. So that was cool.
So when they introduce, the Special Rangers, they turn out to be the badasses. You guys usually get at least one really amazing action scene. So what was your favorite action scene that you got to, do, or your stunt double got to do, that you really were super excited about?
Do you want me to go?
Yeah.
I had the one where I had to get in. The cool thing about not being a ranger for the first half was I got to do a lot of the fighting because I wasn't in a helmet or anything, so I got to do a lot of the fighting. And then right before I turned, I think I had a scene inside Daishi's boxing ring where I got to fight him. And so doing that one was awesome. There was like a full day or a half day of just fighting, just in the boxing ring, just me and Bede, who played Daishi, and that was awesome.
I think for me, it was right when Ryan went from evil to good, and he showed up and kicked the butts of like 3 monsters at the same time. That was just a really cool, and the stunt guy that did that work was amazing as well. I didn't get to do any of that, unfortunately. But that scene it's really cool.
Shooting a spaceship down with a slingshot's pretty chill. No, but in all reality, the scene where I crash back on Earth after already leaving, and then I come back to help beat the Armada, and I like jump out of the spaceship and I'm hiking down all the flaming, ruins or whatever. They wanted my stunt double to come in on that, so it's like the least badass thing ever, but they wanted him to jump off like 3 feet onto the ground. And that, even though it wasn't a big giant stunt or whatever, it was probably the coolest thing ever to have. Like, I think it was the most expensive day on that set because they had rigs and all that crazy stuff. So that was probably the coolest moment. But my stunt guy was awesome. I had my own just to myself. So
cool.
Brag alert.
The coolest, visually at least, the coolest scene was I think my entrance, because I moved. Yeah, when I move at the speed of light, and then you're just like, and you just see the aftermath. And then you get that, oh my God, he's so sparkly. Remember, it was Emily saying that line, but I think that scene was pretty cool. Yeah.
Right after the White Thunder trilogy, I think it was Burning at Both Ends. It was the episode right after that, where I'm telling all the other Rangers that I'm going to give them their Zords back. And I got Tommy on my ATV, right? And he asked me a couple of questions. I can't remember what I said to him, but I sent him flying by kicking the ATV, and he spun out. I thought that was pretty cool.
Well, I guess every one of them special, but to have a one that stands out in my head, probably the one at the very end of the show where it's like the very last few seconds of the show. We've just saved the world and everything, and I just kind of walked back over in the ship and sat back and kicked my feet up on the table.
Okay, well, obviously, Clash for Control was an epic battle, and that's where the Quantum Ranger gets his powers. But my favorite fight scene was when I was a stuntman. A lot of you know this. I was a stuntman on the show before they hired me as the actor, and I was a Cyclobot. So in some of those early episodes before the Quantum Ranger appears, those Cyclobots running around, one of those is me running around being a stuntman. And my favorite thing about the Cyclobots is we had those spandex suits on, and we had those big, broad swords, right? The perfect paddle for spanking another stuntman on the on a cold day, the funnest thing to do was to walk up to an unsuspecting stuntman and just whack! And through the mask, the sound is... Most fun I've ever had working as a stuntman.
Okay. Did any of you, and I think I know the answer for one of us already, play any pranks on your fellow Rangers between takes? Dan, you're excluded.
No, I'm sorry. I don't have any pranks for you. The biggest prank was that they all thought I was there to... my cast didn't really know much about the show, the format of the show, so they thought I was there to replace one of them. I let them believe that for a couple of weeks. I thought that was great.
No, I don't remember pulling any pranks on him that I remember anyways. I'm sure there was plenty of them, but yeah, I had the same problem. He always thought that I was going to be coming in to take the show because, you know, we had a Red Ranger, and then Christopher came in, took another Red Ranger, and then I come in, he's like, is this going to be the Red Ranger? Yeah. Like he's going to cry? Yeah, he got to keep his job. I was Silver.
I don't know. I didn't play a lot of pranks on set, but I can tell you, some of you guys might know, Kevin, who was the Blue Ranger, pulled a really good one on me at the start of the shooting season. One day I was off, and he was all in the van at like 4:30 in the morning, and he called my cell phone and was like, dude, where are you? You're late, man. Everyone's pissed. That was so great of him. He's such a good friend. Yeah, I went downstairs really quick, and I was on the street and calling. I'm like, where are you guys? What's going on here? And they were all laughing. I was on speakerphone. And they were like, man, you got a day off, you know, enjoy it, you know, asshole. Yeah, he was good at that stuff.
Yeah, no pranks here. Our cast was notorious for playing pranks on each other, but I was the one mature guy that kept it cool.
Right. We had a prankster. Is John here? John Loudermilk, he said he was going to come sit in on this, but he was the one that played the most pranks. And in our trailers, we had these like storage compartments underneath the couch bed area thing, and they like close and latch completely, and you don't think that a human can fit in there, but John proved that a human can hide in there, and he popped out and scared me some fierce. It was a good one for sure, and I was probably half naked, just like getting dressed, getting ready for the shoot, and I ran out of my trailer. Yeah, he was good. He was good at that.
I mean, really prank-wise, we tried to make each other laugh all the time while we were doing takes. So we would, like, someone would get the giggles, and like our cast always had the giggles. So like you could see someone off camera, like peeking in, like doing weird stuff, and you'd kind of be like, the shoulders would start going. You're trying to do like this scene, and you'd just like. Okay, cut, and try to like do that again, and
turtle heading.
It's terrible. And Sean, the Red Ranger of our season, Carter, used to hide. We had these Lightspeed jackets. He used to hide things in the pockets all the time, like chocolate, and then it would melt. He did like dirty Kleenexes, like wrappers. So you get your jacket and you put it on. You'd be like, Sean, it's terrible.
No, I really didn't. We didn't really have any at all. I got lucky the first half of the season though. Because I wasn't a ranger. When you're a ranger, you get that huge workload. You know, you're just kind of shooting the whole time. So the first half of the season, I wasn't, and they were. So I would just go and play golf or like go to the beach, and then just send them pictures of being on the beach or something and having a beer, and they're at work. So I was the dick, but it wasn't really a prank. I was just like being a dick.
That's great.
Yeah.
Sorry to disappoint, but yeah, I was in the ADR booth the whole time, so there's not much pranks. Other than the fun stuff Scott would do with adding the people's, you know, like he would ad-lib different scenes and edit different scenes together with all that stuff. So I heard that's coming down the pipeline, right, Scott? You're gonna show that someday to the fans?
I usually have a behind-the-scenes thing and play that, but we didn't have time to do it this time. But we used to do things with all the guys that a thing called nude dubbing. I suppose you remember that. So it'd basically be like this. I'd be sitting here behind the desk, and they're out there behind the glass. And if they aren't paying attention, I'd take my shirt off, and it looks like I'm sitting here naked. And they'd turn around and just say, "What?" So I did that with Twee once in the very beginning of the show, and I turned around and she had her shirt off standing behind a mic stand. So it was she got me back pretty well.
Oh, bummer. Got you back.
Yeah, well, it was a win-win situation, shall we say?
You won that prank.
Real quick though, you remember when I'm kind of telling my story to Gosei and Tensu in the command center, and the rest of the Rangers are kind of in the Power V behind me. If you saw tears in my eyes, like when I'm telling the story about my family dying and all that stuff, those weren't sad tears. John and Azim wouldn't stop making fart noises between takes. And for some reason, it was just getting me. And so those were like laughing tears. They would just be like, "Oh, that just works. So just be crying and tell your story." And so, yeah, so fart noise. Most mature Power Rangers cast, for sure.
That is a great gimmick for learning how to cry in acting class. Fart noises.
So many laughs.
Okay, so we're about ready to open this up to questions. Oh my God.
I love you guys. I love you guys.
So because we have a lot of people, at most you can ask a question of one person. Okay, guys? That way everyone gets a chance. So you can't ask everyone here. If you don't know who to ask, just say it, and I'm sure someone will have a strong enough opinion to answer it for you. So, with no further ado, question number 1.
All right, guys, my name's Austin. I'm from Wisconsin. Gotten
Wisconsin?
pictures with a lot of you guys since my favorite Ranger's always been the 6th. So thank you for doing that the past few days. What I think one of the next best forevers that people would want to see is a Forever 6th, especially since you guys are all different colors.
Yes. That would be a blast.
And because you're all different colors, I gotta ask, would that make Dan the leader since he's red?
Hey, he makes a point.
Counterpoint, gold mode. All of you are inside me.
Gross.
So, I just asserted dominance. And became the leader.
I was just gonna say, spoken like a true Red Ranger.
I'm honored to be inside you, buddy.
Yes.
We could take this out to the streets and just settle it right now. Actually, no, not with Dan on the board.
No, Dan would
win. Yeah.
So yeah, maybe Dan wins, actually.
Hello, my name is Jeremy. I actually came all the way down here from Ohio.
Oh, hello there.
I do not really have a question, but I would like to give a shout out to my favorite Ranger of all time, the White Dino Thunder Ranger. I just have to say, you helped me through some tough times. I watched you when I was around 5 or 6. Those were the 2 years that I was actually in the hospital. I was diagnosed with a brain tumor, but it's been over 10 years now. I'm here and I'm kicking, and watching...
Yeah.
Dude, that's so awesome,
Watching your
man.
character go through that struggle really helped me.
Awesome.
Awesome. I have no words for that. I appreciate what you said.
So
let me give you a hug, Matt. Get over here.
Hi guys, my name is Sean. I know I'm not as cool as you guys, but I want to give a shout out to something. Can we just give another hand for that? That's awesome right there. That was incredible. Okay. You guys are all amazing. You know, goal for goal. I already told you before. But this is actually for RJ and yes, you.
And yes, me.
Zhane. Okay. You guys actually got to have other suits, you know, Psycho Ranger and Werewolf, all that stuff. Would you rather play your Ranger forms or original Ranger forms or Psycho or Werewolf?
No, I think I'd definitely play original. That was cool. It was cool having that for the ep that he came in and we had to square off. But I think original, I thought was cooler.
Well, I definitely like the look of the Psycho Ranger, the second part, but when you go from a Psycho Red to a Psycho Silver to a Quantron to your it's like you start to get a little bipolar. Yeah, so I think I would stick with the original just because supposedly it's supposed to be the most powerful in the universe.
And for the record, RJ, I haven't ordered the claw thing going on. If they had a purple, I would totally have got it.
Thanks, mate. I appreciate that. I did notice that. I was like, I don't know whether this is a Casey stepping up to the mic here, but I appreciate that you got the claw mark. I like that.
This is actually Japanese version.
That's awesome, man. That's very cool. I like that. I've seen a few tattoos. Now, I'm not saying that I think you should get it, but I'm saying they're pretty cool.
I think I'd be a bit underage, just saying.
Yeah. If your parents are here, I'm not endorsing it at all.
It's a terrible influence.
That's just a rumor, by the way, that whole most powerful in the universe thing. That's just...
That's 3 bids now for leaders of the Six Rangers. That's 3 bids. Should take a vote.
Hi, guys. Yesterday I asked David if he'd do me a favor and if he would sing with me today.
Me?
Yes. I asked you if you'd sing the chorus to Until You with me. Will you do it with me?
For sure.
I'll start.
Okay, you go. Because I don't remember the words.
All right. 1, 2, 3. I need you now and forever to stay right here with me. Don't ever leave. Love was kept from me like a secret, and I swore that I was through until you. Thank you, David.
Me next.
Can someone
Good singing, by the way. All right, I'll ask you this question. I think this is a good question just to ask the 6 Rangers. If you guys individually could team up with any superhero, who would it be? Any superhero.
You.
Okay.
Just from the last 2 weeks, I would definitely say Harley Quinn.
Okay. Okay.
Oh, man. I'm a big Deadpool fan, so I'll go with Deadpool.
Okay.
Yeah, same here.
Might be Daredevil, but like Ben Affleck Daredevil. So.
Okay.
I'm with Rhett. I'm doing Deadpool.
What about you, Jeffrey? Any superhero?
Yeah, I'm trying to
individually. You don't have to have your team. It's just you by yourself.
Yeah, I'm just trying to figure that out. I'm gonna just. There's so many cool ones, but I'm gonna be boring. I'm just gonna say Batman.
Okay. He's not boring. He ain't boring. You, Justin?
Actually, I think, I don't know if anybody get offended by this, but I've heard the new suits look a little Tony Starkish, so I'd go with Tony Stark.
No problem with that. You, Mr. Dan?
Oh, I don't know. I've been
Any
kinda,
superhero?
I've been kind of digging on Wonder Woman lately. I think that.
All right.
And I'd go Iron Man too. Tony Stark all the way.
Yeah.
What was that? I'm sorry.
He said Iron Man.
Yeah, I'd be Iron Man too.
Iron Man.
Yeah.
Letty, I think you turned the mic off. See if it's off on the side there.
Dan and Justin, you guys were 2 of the best 6 Rangers ever. What do you think?
It's a tie. Okay, it's a tie for the most powerful.
What do you think are the best characteristics for a really good 6th Ranger?
Ooh.
That's
A PG-13 scene would be good, yes.
A good character. What was the question again? Good characteristics of a 6 Ranger? There's a few. I think yes, yeah. Underpaid seems to be the one. I'm sticking with that.
Thanks, guys.
You're welcome.
Hi, everyone. My name is Andrew. So this question is more for people like Justin, Cameron, or Rhett. So since you guys you guys weren't part of literally weren't part of it, right? You guys weren't doing anything. Did you guys actually watch the show prior to auditioning for your role?
Honestly,
Okay, honestly, no, I didn't because I didn't know a whole lot about it. It was really new. I mean, you got to realize I only did this 100,000 years ago. So there wasn't a whole lot of Power Rangers back then to be a huge following at that time. I mean, obviously it's grown tremendously, but no, I wasn't. Yeah, the age demographic for me to be watching at the time wasn't quite there. But once I found out that I got the part, then I was watching it a lot so that I would have a better understanding, just to be learning my character, kind of, I guess.
Gotcha. Thank you very much, guys. I mean, if you guys want to pop in and say something, that's fine. But I think there are too many people here, so yeah. But yeah, your call. Oh, whatever. Thanks, guys. You're good.
Hello. I'm Chris. When they first introduced the Quantum Ranger, I always thought he was like the Vegeta of the Power Ranger universe. All I need is me. You guys bugger off. I can take care of this. So then he learned, teamwork is better. So which did you like better? Be the arrogant Quantum Ranger or when he learned teamwork?
I only learned that to get what I want, I had to feign teamwork.
Okay.
I think that's the answer.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
Typecasting, by the way.
Hey guys, I want to thank you all for coming out. I know you took time out of your busy schedule just to come to meet us, and I appreciate that. And my question is for whoever wants to come in. As we know, the 6th Rangers always come in with the coolest costumes. So when you first saw your costume compared to the others, what were your first impressions?
Oh,
snap!
Woo-hoo-hoo! What is up with my collar?
That's going to be tight.
Yeah, that's going to be uncomfortable.
Yeah,
that's going to be uncomfortable.
Yeah. Good?
Yeah.
Yep. Good.
Hi, I'm Jason from Fresno, California.
What up, Bulldogs? What up?
This is for anyone who wants to chime in. I assume most of you probably went to tons of auditions, and I want to know what your guys' reaction was when you got the call that you got the part.
I auditioned twice for it. One audition, general one, and a callback. It put fear through me when I found out I booked the part. It took me a little while to sign the contract, actually. Yeah, that's it.
I auditioned for, I think, maybe 13 in-person sessions. Because I originally auditioned for Megaforce, and I pretty much thought I was going to be Megaforce Red, and then I didn't get it, and then they brought me back, and the casting director was like, you're pretty much a shoo-in for Silver. We just, as a formality, we really need you to come in to audition, and I was like, okay, fine, and then I auditioned. Think maybe 6 more times for Silver, and so my reaction when I got it was finally. It's like, okay, sure, yeah, great.
I've got like the exact same thing happen to me. I auditioned for In Space for Danny Slavin's Red Ranger, and then Lightspeed for Carter, and so it was like 2 years in the making, really. And I got to know Iris so well. Yeah. I was just like, hey, what's up, Iris? What's going on? Our beloved casting director, Iris Hampton. And thank goodness same thing. She called me and she's like, well, we have this other 6th Ranger part. Do you want it? And I was like, yes. Thank you. Finally.
She would just tell us, like, just keep showing up. Just keep putting up with us and you'll be okay. And sure enough, as we just showed up, there it happened.
Yeah, I'm actually the same. I auditioned for Silver Ranger for the year previous to us that I think Dwayne Cameron ended up getting, and then went back for Jungle Fury the next year and got that one. So it's funny. It's kind of cool though that they, if
they
you're
remember
not right
the
for
actors
this
they
one.
like.
Yeah.
They definitely remember the actors that they like.
Yeah. Mine was more, I auditioned for Master Rider and I went a couple rounds there, but then...
We need that on DVD, by the way.
Cool. But so, I got a call a couple weeks later from Scott. It was like a month later. He said, hey, can you come in and try this voice for a Phantom Ranger? And I said, I don't do voices. Like, I'm not a voice actor, And he said, no, just come try your own. We've auditioned a lot of people. We didn't like it. Mr. Saban didn't like it, so come in and give it a whirl. So I came in and just used my own voice, and that was it. So I probably had like the easiest audition out of anybody for this one.
All right, thank you guys.
Thank you.
Hey guys, I'm Carl from Atlanta.
What's up, dude?
I had one question. If you guys had to be a 6th Ranger in any other season, just for anybody who wants to answer it, What season would you pick? And why?
I feel the same way he does.
Yeah. Give it back.
But you get to be everybody.
Go ahead. I mean, that was just go.
I'm right there with him. I'm going to join that club.
Oh wow.
I think we're all of us are pretty happy with our characters, you know.
Thanks, guys.
Hi, my name is Kent. I'm from San Diego. This question's for Justin. Why weren't you included in the Space and Lost Galaxy team up?
I guess maybe they were afraid there'd be baby Zhanes running around if they kept me going. And then they'd have to have a whole show of nothing but silvers.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I would basically guess just because the writers didn't write it in. I don't know. It's not like they asked me or I would have said I'm on board.
Oh, so you were not asked to come back?
Was not wrote in, so it was not asked, no.
Oh, okay.
Right. He was too busy filming Fight Club.
Oh.
I had a couple of bruised eyes from the Fight Club.
Thank you.
We work for the company, so it's not like they go, hey, what do you think if we make this storyline for you? What do you think? Do you want to do it? It's kind of you show up and you go, this is what's happening to you. And you're like, oh man, I don't make it.
All right. Hey guys, I'm John from Reno. And this goes out to David Lautour and Dan Southworth.
Okay.
Did you two know that you both played Virgil in Devil May Cry? Just different games? Yeah, just different games.
No, I did not know that. So which one? What were you in?
I'm Virgil.
Yeah, and which one? And what? Because I was in.
Devil May Cry 3, 3.5, 4, and...
All right, don't need to show off.
No, I made most of that up.
Settle down, mate. No, I only did 5. Devil May Cry 5, right? Yeah.
Yeah, DMC.
So you're the newest one.
Yeah. Are they going to do any more?
I don't know.
Right. Thank
No,
you guys.
that's good. Good knowledge, man. I like that. I did not know that. Thanks for that.
Yeah, that's cool.
That's cool. That's actually pretty cool.
You're welcome.
Lightning round, guys. Running out of time.
Hey guys, I'm Diego. I'm from Minnesota, and my question is for Cameron. How is it like handling the props, from past Six Rangers on the show?
Oh man, it was like being in a dream sequence. Like they had the whole warehouse of every helmet ever, every costume ever, every blaster or sword or every weapon you could think of from Power Rangers. It was an entire warehouse full, and so we were just like literally going down the rows, just like, just
Take it easy, man.
Don't
Take it
touch, don't touch. But we touched everything. It was incredible. Like a kid in a candy store for sure. Yeah, it was very cool.
Don't let Cameron into any warehouses. That's what I've learned from this conversation.
All right, thank you. Hey, I'm Jai from Brainerd Park, and I got a question. Let's see. Somebody need to choose him. Anyone can answer this, but before you guys got into the voice acting business, the acting business, who'd you guys look up to? Like, who inspired you to become actors?
Who inspired us to become actors?
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know if there's anyone specific, but I do remember watching Baz Luhrmann's Romeo and Juliet, and I loved the stylization of that film. I just loved how it was all put together, and that just got me going, and just wanted to really be a part of the world.
Right.
That's a wicked hat too, by the way, man.
Yeah, that's dope.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Mine was mostly comedy, I think. I started recording my parents' answer machine messages, but in different characters.
Yes.
So I'd be like, oh, hello, it's Eramayo Doubtfire here. I'm not around right now. So it's like, or I'd be like,
That's so good.
or like, sorry, you've reached us and we're not home, so we'll be right back, or something like that. So it was Jim Carrey and Robin Williams, I guess, would be the two that got me into it.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah.
Jim Carrey and Anthony Hopkins for me. From a very early age, I was doing impressions and different, trying to learn different dialects and accents and stuff. Like I did the Pledge of Allegiance at my school over the loudspeaker in a Scottish accent once.
do it.
And they didn't know that we had a Scottish accent or a Scottish kid at our school.
That's
and so literally people were like, "Who's the new Scottish kid?"
I gotta meet that.
Couldn't give away my identity because it was in the South, and people take that shit very seriously.
That's good.
So you're Scottish. Yeah, impressions for sure.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible. I don't know what the rest of it is, but I had a few last night, so I can't remember a lot. Can't remember all of it.
Very transparent.
Thank you much.
Yeah,
Last
hey,
question.
my name's Chris. I'm from LA, and I got a question for him. Justin. The actor that played the Red Ranger on your series, would you say that he was only sexier
Turn
than
that guy's
you,
mic off real fast.
or that he was sexier and more talented than you? Which one would it be? I want to hear.
I can answer that. I'm not gonna.
It's all a rumor, so that's BS. It's real nice for you to come up and think that you're better, but oh my God, it's gonna get wet behind the ear.
Oh my God, the tongue's coming.
Cover your ears.
Christopher Kamen Lee, ladies and gentlemen.
A lot of fanfic. This is going to be our final question.
I'm a bit
He's a wild man.
My question is for David. I was just like, hands down, you're one of my favorite Rangers of all time, one of
thank
six
you, man.
Rangers. And not only that, you're probably one of the most badass and coolest mentors of the whole entire series.
Thank you very much. That's good.
My question actually revolves around that. How does it feel like playing a mentor that's more mellow and laid back, almost like a surfer dude, compared to the more just like stern and serious mentors of other past seasons?
Yeah, I mean, I think it was really cool, and I think you sort of tap into a whole nother way of teaching, which is that really relaxed, laid back, chilled out Zen kind of way of teaching, which is totally legit, and and there's so many examples of it all over the place. So I thought it was, I loved it. I mean, I loved playing the character, and I thought it was a really cool way of doing it and a different way of doing it, and I appreciate you saying that. Thank you very much.
Like any scene where you were like teaching the Rangers, hands down, was like the funniest moments ever.
Oh, thanks,
It's just
mate.
like they're so relaxed. And it's like you got to be mellow. But thank you though.
Thank you very much. Thanks, man. I appreciate it.
Okay, one more.
Yeah, one more.
Hi, I'm Connor. I'm from Oklahoma.
Hey, Connor.
Oklahoma. I was wondering, out of the sixes, who's the MVP?
Ooh, good final question.
Hey, since you're from Oklahoma, that's gonna be me.
You are Brad Pitt.
I mean, Brad Pitt's from Oklahoma too, so I might be him. Watch out.
I think that's a question for you guys, really. I mean, we can't judge ourselves.
Justin!
You're gonna have to fill out a card and turn it in at the end of PMC.
All right.
I could do guys. If I did guys morph.
Okay. All right, guys.
Should someone yell South Park?
Unfortunately, guys, we're running out of time. So before we wrap things up, I want to announce that Power Morphicon is having a charity auction for the Make-A-Wish Foundation. Inside the exhibit hall at the Power Morphicon booth, it's right next to the giant Bandai exhibit, we have a lot of items, some from Saban brands graciously donated us some from my own personal collection, and others we've gathered. It's a silent auction, so you go there and write down how much you're willing to bid. The money goes to the Make-A-Wish Foundation, one of the best charities, and this year's Power Morphicon's chosen charity. So please, everyone, after the panel, go ahead and obviously see these people at their booths and get photos taken and autographs, because they are awesome people. Give them a big round of applause. But also check out the charity auction. All right, guys.
Hey guys, can I get you guys to do something before we go here? Can I get you guys screaming really loud? I'm gonna video this. Is that cool?
right.
Easiest one ever.
And we're out of time, guys. Thank you all very
So
much.
One of my morphs is that.
That's
Yeah.
amazing. That was one of the best ones.
It's just a little pirouette in the old.
So sexy.
Thanks, seriously, guys. Thank you. You're the best fans ever.